This is Reverend Graham. I'm down at Southwest Produce Distribution Company. I met an interesting gentleman who just told me a story about cherry pickers in Northern California. Tell me that story again.
That they are not, because Border Patrol took them back to Mexico, and American people don't want to work or do that job for like $10 per hour or $12 per hour.
So we were just talking about why people, able-bodied people, are allowed to stay on welfare when there's, like, you need workers all the time, right?
Good worker all the time, but people don't want to work because they say it's too hard.
Do you mean to lift boxes is too hard?
They say, yep. Or come here every day, 4 o'clock in the morning. They don't want to do it. It's easier to collect a check being at home.
So tell me this. You work all day, and you're paying for him not working, and he gets a check for not working.
That's correct. That's what I always tell people.
So we discussed why it will never change, because the politicians, the system is set up this way. So these people are actually got the money because somebody who's got a job giving them the money too, isn't it?
That's right.
The bureaucrats sitting down at the desk, they don't want this to disappear. But I tell you this, why should you pay for me if I don't work?
Because this is that's the system. That's how it's fixed up to work, and as everybody said, this only happens in the United States.
Is that, yes, in other countries you work or you die.
You don't work, you don't eat,
yeah.
you die.
Now why do you think Americans have become so soft and dependent on welfare?
Because they can and they are allowed, and nobody says to stop. There's no limit.
Wow. Well, you just told me a story a little while ago about people you know very close to you who could work. In fact, relatives even.
Yes.
And if you could even give them a job, and they say what?
They don't work. They say no. I actually, if they get a job, they are counting the hours, how many hours per week they can work. Otherwise, they will lose the benefits of the check. So if they're getting close to that limit, they call sick or they don't show up. So they don't lose the benefit of the check.
So they're getting 2 checks.
Yeah. But there is a gap, you know, that you cannot go
sure,
down.
of course, but
so they're always counting. I can work this many hours only, because otherwise I wouldn't get my check.
It should be a requirement that if you're going to get welfare, you should be first disabled or unable to find work because there's none in your area. And this is not the case, is it? So the system is broken, isn't it?
Yes, very, very broken.
Tell me this, as a business owner, what would you like to see your local politician do about this, or anyone?
Well, anyone is like, don't give them money away, because it's like giving free money to people. Some of them they don't deserve. As you said, only if they have disability, they have any physical disability, let's help them. Why not?
Yeah.
But they are very healthy people that they don't want to work and have a bunch of kids.
On top of
a lot of kids on top of that.
Yeah.
And because they are U.S. citizens, they are allowed to get all the benefits they can.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, something's got to be done. What we do about it is that we find someone who is unemployed and we put them to work, whether real work, so that they work hard all the time. If they don't want to work with us or they want to collect 2 checks, we don't work with those kind of people. That's the only thing we can do about it. But something needs to be done about the requirements for work. There should be a minimum of, I don't know, whatever it takes to, if you're going to get a welfare check, you should work yourself off of it, don't you think?
Well, I believe from the beginning it shouldn't be any welfare, because there's plenty of jobs.
Yes.
But just people don't want to work. The problem is, like, they say, oh, I'm an electrician, or I'm this. I don't want to do anything else because I'm an electrician. But there's a job that you can do. Not being an electrician, but
something else. I think the most interesting part of this conversation was you said this, only in America. But you didn't mean it in the positive side. You mean, only can you get away with this in Tijuana, in England, anywhere. You would work or you would starve.
That's right. There's nothing free. There's no freebies anywhere else.
So what does that tell you as someone from Mexico about how America has become?
Lazy. And I mean, and been a lot of people take advantage of this. That's why everybody wants to come to the United States. And that's why everybody like see that way. This is the land where we can live for free. And Mexicans, Middle Eastern, like everybody. So
home of the brave, land of the free is like land of the freeloaders.
Yep, home of the lazy.
Home of the lazy.
So everybody they don't want to work. They just work.
You know what? You know what this conversation between you and I is? a breath of fresh air to millions and millions of people who think like you and I. But politicians say, oh, don't think like that. You can't think like that. The poor people, they like them poor. And they like them ignorant.
Yeah.
Well, God bless you for pointing it out, and God bless us all for trying to do something about it, because we do every day, and we will. And thank you very much for your input. This is going to people who are going to do something about it, I guarantee you.